When King Herod heard that the three wise men had come to search for a newborn baby who would in the future become the future king of Israel, he was worried. He thought that he would ask the advice of Annas and the chief priests and the scribes, the Sadducees and the Pharisees. He decided later on that it would be better to talk to Annas alone. They understood each other. Even in those early days, Annas, already the political boss of Jerusalem, was hated by the people because they knew he had sold out to Herod and Rome. If a revolution were ever successful, Annas, leader of the 40 richest families in the land, would have been the first to be put to death. The people well knew how he had come to terms with the tyrant and with the invader Herod. He had asked Herod, "What does the empire want of Palestine?" "Taxes and tranquility," was the answer. "Taxes we will get for you. Tranquility we guarantee." Such was the bargain Annas had made. Only we must keep order ourselves and we must collect the taxes. Then Annas and his friends hired the collectors and taxed the people almost double, keeping the unjust half for themselves. They had their own secret police to ferret out rebellions and punish upstarts. Annas and Herod perfectly well understood each other. Herod began the interview with a crafty grin. "Annas," he said, "I have been having a dispute with some of my friends in court here. I sent for you to settle it." Annas spread his palms toward the ground and inclined his head forward. "I hope I can help your brilliant majesty," he replied with composure. He had no fear of Herod, but he was careful to observe every detail of court punctilio. "You have only to command me," he added, in court etiquette. "My very life is in your august service." Herod laughed. He always relished flattery and servility, even when it was purely formal. He fed on adulation, though he had not tasted many sincere compliments. "It's about your religion," said Herod. Annas sucked a hollow tooth. "Your Majesty is interested in our religion?" "Of course," said Herod. "I know nothing whatever about it, and I don't want to learn either." "No, your Majesty?" asked Annas curiously. Herod replied, "All I want is to settle a dispute. Is it true that you have scriptures that predict the coming of a deliverer of your people, a Messiah as you call it?" "Majesty," replied Annas, "that is correct." Herod, who had the bulging eyes of a hyperthyroid victim, leaned forward, truculent and roiled. "You realize that can mean deliverance only from my royal authority," he snarled. "You realize that is sedition?" Annas turned his head to one side and smiled composedly through his goat-like beard. He appeared quite unperturbed. "Majesty," he said, "you will forgive me if I correct a tiny mistake. These prophecies were made about the time of our captivity, when we were in Babylon hundreds of years ago." Herod sat back a little relaxed. "But you people still go on believing them," he complained. "Some of them do," agreed Annas with disarming frankness. "But, Majesty, is it not the same in every religion? The ignorant take things literally. Why undeceive the stupid masses of people, especially if it keeps them in their good behavior? No intelligent person believes in any of the wonder stories of the old scriptures, and certainly not in the prophecies." "Don't you, as a priest, believe in them?" Annas asked Herod. "No, sire, I am a Sadducee. We don't believe in such things. We don't even believe in a future life or a resurrection." "Neither do I," barked Herod irritably. "We live today, we die tomorrow."